a classic car like any of these that are in my shop and you're having trouble making it run properly, one of the things you need to look at is the points and condenser that's inside of your distributor. So let me show you exactly what that looks like with this distributor that I've taken off. Here's a distributor out of a V8 Ford, and inside this distributor is a condenser that absorbs electricity. And this is the key thing right here. These are called the points, and they open and close as this shaft turns. So if you watch the shaft turn, you can see me doing that with my hand, and you can also see there are some raised spots here that engage these points and cause them to open. So here we're going to do an opening right there, and you can see that these points have opened up. Now the key is making sure that those points are opened up to the right width, and one way to do that is with a tool like this. It's called a feeler gauge, and the setting on that is 14 thousandths, and that says 0.014. You take the feeler gauge while these are on the high part of that lobe, and you check it right there to see if we have, I got to get it back on there, that we have the correct width right there. See how that goes through there and it doesn't make this arm move. And once that's done, it's always a good idea to follow up with a check by using a dwell meter. A dwell meter is a little more accurate way to make sure that you set it right with your feeler gauge. On this one, it has its volts and it has RPMs and it has ohms, but right here is the dwell setting. So you turn the knob on mine, they're all going to be different, of course, to dwell, and you notice the needle moves. And here's my dwell reading on these green lines. Here's two leads that you have to set up. One is the black lead for ground. The other lead is going to go to the positive side of the coil wire that goes in, and it has plus on it. And when you do that and start the engine, this needle will, at about 14 thousandths, is going to come back somewhere around 28 thousandths. That's what it needs to be on all V8 Fords and Chevrolets, or any V8 engine for that matter. On a Chevrolet, it's easy to adjust because you can do it externally. On a Ford, on a distributor like that, it's a little tricky. So you have to practice at that one with the cap off and running the starter. That's what you need to do to make sure that you do have good spark on your engine. If you have any other questions, you can go to my site, hit subscribe, and look at all the other videos that I'm offering, or you can go to my website and look at the tools that we have available to help you fix your car.